We have to wait here because this is where Veronica, this is where Agent Gray knows to look for us, but we might have just alerted some people that we're here, so we might want to prepare in some way or other.
If you've got ideas, I'm listening.
There's a galloping sound from down the street as a big black stallion with two heads charges into the parking lot, skids to a halt, and looks around menacingly.
So I'll wave.
It will look over at you with one head while still scanning the street with the other, walk over to you, or at least you think so until it stops at your mule. It gives a neigh. Your mule gives a hee-haw. The horse gives a snort. The black horse with two heads both look you up and down, assessing you. One of them snorts at the mule, and then they pull into one of the parking spots.
I'll show it my paperwork.
It looks at it, nods approvingly.
I guess you're here to help us? Agent Caldwell says, gesturing at her friends.
It looks at you quizzically. It does not seem to be able to understand what you're saying.
That's fine, as long as it doesn't try and attack me or nothing. I look over at my two maniacs and to say, I guess this is the support we're getting?
I guess one or two of us on the mule, depending how many can fit, and the other one on this thing, and just follow. It would probably make most sense for me to ride this thing, because even if it's moving so fast that falling off would seriously hurt me, I'm able to heal myself.
Betsy, your communicator, starts buzzing.
Do I know how to answer it?
Yeah, it's requisitionable, so it's pretty user-friendly.
Okay, then yeah, I answer the phone.
As you answer the phone, a ghostly image appears in front of you, standing next to the two-headed stallion. It is hard to make out through the translucency and the almost staticky appearance, but it's Tabitha. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think I can even see you.
Great. Request for analogous location?
We're talking with you, a two-headed horse.
Interesting. That would be Agents 6 and 8. They're standing next to me. Your car is here.
So it's moving there, too?
It is unattended.
I left it down the road.
I do not doubt that. I think you may have inadvertently accomplished your objective. I think I know why that EDE and Rowena Abubakar were trying to open a rift. It's for the same reason that I'm going to have to try to make one if you want out.
Oh, Christ, not another nuclear explosion. They're here.
I don't plan on it being something quite as uncontrolled as a nuclear explosion. My question is, if Rowena Abubakar was helping this EDE pull something into Prime Earth, why didn't she use the door?
The aspects of that house were changing wildly. If Abubakar created the house, I presume Abubakar would have had control over which aspects arrived and disappeared, but if they had as much control as we had, they may not have had the choice.
I would not rely on an ex-technocrat being unfamiliar with the workings of their own house.
I wouldn't either.
Do you have any other ideas?
I don't know. There's a lot of spiders here. Abubakar turned into spiders. Maybe Abubakar's from here. Maybe Abubakar's not even a real person. Just a pile of spiders in a trench coat.
God.
I've seen stranger things. I don't suppose you have any insights, Captain?
Well, I can hear this from a communicator.
Yeah, it's a hologram being projected out of the air.
Okay, I didn't know if she was speaking to it.
No, it's talking out of the ghostly apparition.
Is this the Tabitha with the doohickeys?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't like this. Don't like to slay.
Well, I mean, if we're outside of what's normal and we blew up the door, is there a window?
I'm going to have to make a door. My question was, If Rowena Abubakar had a door, why did she make a tunnel?
Well, for this, I genuinely have no idea. Fuck me running.
Trying to study the specific type of magic that's here, but that's a whole long-term things to get strong enough in the spheres of magic spirit to be able to.
The question is, why did Rowena build a tunnel when she had a door?
So it was only for her?
I will chirp in and say, perhaps you need to dig a tunnel if the door isn't big enough for one of those goddamn chainsaw-armed spider monster things.
Betsy's got a point. Whatever they were bringing through was too big for the door.
This sounds like army tactics. Like building a fucking army. You get your troops in underground and you build a barricade. You make sure nobody else knows about it.
Then you open up the biggest Trojan horse right in the middle of the goddamn city.
Oh my god. Have you seen any indications of an army? Of forces mobilizing on that side?
No, just that one big fucking spider. But that
Well, I mean,
by
there's everywhere. There's spiders building things.
Oh, the sobbing worms. The sobbing spirit worms that got ripped from the house while it was screaming in agony. What were those?
You said there were spiders building things?
Yeah, like houses.
Tell me, this is important. Was it only new things they were building? Were they also building older things?
I'll take another glance around before saying that it only looks like newer things to me, but
that tree
we've
was
only been here for a
standing
little
there.
while.
I had a sneaking suspicion, but they've not been documented properly, so
Well, I've got plenty of pictures.
I believe that you are in a particular paradimension, usually occupied by the lycanthropes.
Oh,
I think that this confirms that our Dr. Rowena Abubakar was a were-spider.
Oh, fuck you. No disrespect.
I hate that word.
They were theories until now. They probably have their own name for themselves, but as I said, they do not have a live specimen.
I would rather be called a slur. Well, I'm out of patience.
You're out of pipe bombs.
we can worry about that later. Unless you can provide us more weapons, I'm down to a taser.
She will fiddle with her wrist. The taser you got does look like it might be useful in this place.
It was certainly stunning, the giant mecha spiders.
I would use that as your first line of offense. We need to get you out of there, but anywhere that you would need to get to is quite a distance away. If you can find your way deeper in, if you can find your way further away from reality, I might have an easier time getting to you.
We're still too real.
You're in a place that I can't get to.
Okay.
It's the domain of the lycanthropes, and heaven help you should they find you there.
Well, Portland is weird. What's the weirdest place we can think of? Looking at my friends who are here.
Lycanthropes pretty resistant to magic.
Not necessarily. They heal fast, though. Your stunner seems like the best option should they attack. Anything else is likely to piss them off.
No juice.
Think about the least real part of Portland. If I were a portal to another dimension in Portland, I would be...
Forest Park.
I mean, part of it connects because it is one of the largest parks in the country.
I'd say Burnside Skate Park just because of the concrete. If we're in the other side, I'd say Burnside Skate Park's gonna have a lot of weird shit and a lot of powerful presence.
It's getting there. Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, that's across the river in some ways, ain't it?
You can figure out what thing is the weirdest place in Portland, and you can start heading there. You can name a few weird places, things from another world.
No Portland mystery spot, is there?
There's the Witch House in Forest Park. Those and a weird underground glow-in-the-dark pirate-themed mini-golf course.
Mini-golf.
Glowing Green, that's what it's called. Such a weird place.
Is Tabitha still here?
Yes.
Do you have any suggestions?
Just the update I am sending through to your communicator now. It should be installing itself. You hear a beeping sound from your communicator. There you go. I put in a translator.
For what? Werewolf?
EDEs.
Oh, universal. Or extra universal, as it may be.
It's tuned to the Paradimension.
I look over at my horse and say, can you understand me now?
It snorts and says, "Oh, fucking finally!"
Ah.
Oh, shit, she says as she turns around. The hologram facsimile of Tabitha blinks out, and you see red and blue lights coming down the road.
I'm not dealing with spirit pigs. I'm running. John is going sneaky. Hide! Run! Hide! I'm grabbing Ollie and hiding! Not messing with spirit pigs.
I am the spirit pig.
Betsy, what are you doing? Oliver, what are you doing?
I'm not as concerned. I'm talking to my car.
I'll let myself be dragged into a hiding spot.
Do I act as a distraction at all?
Yeah, what do you say to your mule?
What were you complaining about when you started parking? What's the problem?
Why did you walk here?
Because not all three of us would fit on top of you.
I'm a fucking you asshole!
You're not a 5-seater here.
Excuse me?
I will attempt to mount this donkey.
You are able to.
Okay, do you see spots for 4 more people on top of you right now?
I'll make room.
I should have trusted you, car. I'm sorry.
Do us two have communicators, or are we just watching Betsy talk to a donkey?
You hear the voice coming out of the communicator, at which point a police car shows up. It says police on the side.
I'm still talking to my ass.
Never not funny.
2 figures come out of the cop car, one from each side. They've got the stereotypical police cap. They've got the police uniform and kick snouts. One of them will go over and oink at the 2-headed horse. One of them will come over and oink at your mule. The communicator says, "Nice night, ain't it? What brings you out here?"
I'm trying to find a gas station, officer.
Just passing through.
Yes, I live at, and to give the address of the hotel.
Yeah, probably should have stayed there. Points at a sign on the side of the plaid that probably wasn't even there until now that says no loitering.
I do believe it would be good to leave. I agree.
But we legally weren't loitering.
Yeah, I guess we did shop.
We spent money and we're using the payphone.
That is making the assumption that the police know the laws.
Oh, yeah. They just
They
think
do
they're
not.
right because they were dumb enough to become a police officer.
Yep, you're gonna trespassing and loitering. I think I might have to take you in. Can I get your license and registration for this vehicle?
I slap the ass of my vehicle. Does it open?
Yes. It spits out a paper labeled registration.
Oh no.
I was going to use this as cover to actually get off of the horse and then shoot this cop.
Your mule did not quite get that memo,
That's fine.
but you can step off to pull the paper out of its mouth.
That's true. I exit the ass and presume he doesn't pull on me yet, yeah?
No, not quite.
I give him a sigh before looking at him and using my practice of authority. I would like to use move along and weave a little magic saying, I'm actually officially allowed to park here. It's all right, officers. I've got it covered. I show him the little blue handicapped symbolage on my horse's bridle and would like to cast move along.
The officer pig sparks. Your Jedi mind tricks don't work here, kid.
Oh, shit! Then I go for the shooting.
Alright. The moment you pull your gun and fire, the 2-headed stallion opens its mouth, gun barrels come out, and it lights up the cop in front of it.
I'm using my pause taser.
Your taser arcs out, and the dart lodges into him, and with a trigger pull, he convulses and falls onto the ground.
I shout,
Little piggy
we're
mouth.
leaving, gentlemen. as I attempt to remount my horse, my ass.
Having heard the ass, I will attempt to sit on it as well,
Yeah, same.
thinking this is some kind of quantum donkey.
I hope it
Science.
gets longer.
It does, in fact, get longer.
Great. Good long donkey. Donkey.
As you hop on, the mule gives a hee-haw, and it is translated to the communicator to buckle up.
I
I
will do the
attempt.
motion.
There is, in fact, a buckle when you reach for it.
I'm not looking, and I'm inserting it. I'm putting it where a buckle goes, but I'm not looking.
You're on a saddle? It certainly wasn't there when you were walking it down the street, but it seemed to have appeared when Betsy mounted, and it gets longer with the long key. But yes, it has buckles. Seatbelts.
Seatbelts, everyone.
Well, time.
With a impassioned hee-haw, it will rear and gallop off into the night.
Oh my god. We are
I think
so
the-
fucked, guys.
Thank you for watching Rose City at Twilight. Links are in the description for the full playlists and ways to donate if I made you feel something. The Twilight holds a variety of mysteries. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Liking and subscribing attracts the attention of the great algorithm. Do so at your own risk. Good night.